What's up, everybody? Yes, it is Drop Gems. Thank you for joining me for another gem. We're gonna drop it together. It is a massive movie, fucking Rant, on Full Metal Jacket, 1987's Full Metal Jacket. Guys, I'm gonna rant on this fucking movie the bad way because this is some bullshit. I want to talk about it. If you don't agree, please leave your comments down below. I don't mind it at all. I definitely respect your opinion. Would definitely try to change my mind on this movie. I would like to appreciate that. But here's my mindset. I'm going to freestyle my thoughts, spoilers ahead, I guess, on the fucking plot afterwards. But let's just give my freestyle thoughts. Yeah, second half of the movie, shit. Second half of the movie, forgettable. Second half of the movie, lame. Second half of the movie, cheap. Stanley Kubrick, once again here, directing this movie, hits us with some shit. He hits us with some shit right in the beginning, of course, and then just loses us. Uh, Trying to be action-packed? I don't fucking know. Who's the memorable character here, guys? The drill sergeant and Mr. Vincent D'Onofrio? Definitely. Anybody else is not there. Adam Baldwin's in there? Didn't know that. Whatever. Who cares, right? Anyways, $16 million budget. You come out with $120 million, right? Success. I think a lot of hype. I think this movie is overrated. That's probably a lot of hearsay, a lot of talk in the theaters back then, 1987, of course. So word of mouth spread that this movie was cool, and there's probably a lot of cool scenes, especially in the beginning or the 45 minutes in or what have you, like 50 minutes into the movie. That's a movie, a Stanley Kubrick movie, because the dude, one of the dudes here, Vincent D'Onofrio, Sergeant PYLE here, blows this dude away, the drill sergeant, and blows himself away. So that makes it very interesting how the boot camp pushes this young man to do this act. Very shocking, very cool. And then you got the second half of the movie, where that's where the movie splits itself in two. It should be one continuation. The movie should be one long continuation of this story. Maybe that should have been the ending, where Mr. PYLE here blows his brains out, and blows the dude away. That would have been shocking, and that ended on that. I mean, you're stretching this movie out to an hour and 56 minutes to show us what shit we've seen a million times or done way better as far as Vietnam battle goes and war. Dead Presidents does it way better than this piece of shit does. And that movie's a couple years in the future. And it had no budget like that. It didn't have a director, Stanley Kubrick. So, or actors in that caliber. It had great actors for me. But anyways, I'm comparing movies. I try not to. But in this case, it must be done. This fucking movie is trying to say it's a war movie. It's some kind of war movie that we should respect or acknowledge and remember when going into war or remembering 4th of July. Now, who plays this shit on 4th of July? I don't see any TV networks or any marathons play this movie, guys. And you fucking know that. They play Apocalypse Now, yep, The Tune, all this shit, but they don't play Full Metal Jacket. So, and if they do play it, there's not many people viewing that at that time. I'll tell you that. So, don't, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't even mind saying that, but I'm not wrong because I lived in the age of television and all that shit when this movie in '87, all that bullshit. So anyways, they let you down in this movie. Of course, Kubrick lets you down in the second half, and you just don't give a shit about what's happening, guys. You lose it after Mr. PYLE blows his brains out. So we're going to go after, as far as cinematic goes, quality, acting, nothing memorable at all. These scenes are just something you would just put out in the desert, a couple helicopters, and do some explosions behind. Look at this, guys. Just a bunch of shit. So yeah, like that gun, like those bullets were really hitting that building, right? I mean, come on, guys. They planted explosives in there, the fireworks to go off. It's crazy stupid. So cheaply made, of course, action scenes. Kubrick doesn't know action. Kubrick doesn't know shit about continuation. He stops himself dead in this movie. So the second half is crap. I suggest you just watch the first half, first 45 to 50 minutes of the movie, and then cut it off at that. Fuck yeah, I said it. Massive rant. Let's wrap this plot up. So anyways, you meet a group of teens, and they're going into war. No, they meet a group of teens, guys, and they're going into a boot camp. And you meet this sergeant here, and it's played by Lee Emery, or whatever his name is, guys. Yep, Lee Army. He's Rip. God rest his soul, man. Great, cool actor. Cool actor. I wouldn't say great actor. Cool actor. Well known. One of a kind. So character, he's here, and he's the Mr. Headman in charge drill sergeant. So you meet these young motherfuckers, and they come in, and they're getting fucking stomped on. They're getting shitted on, spit on. Got to cut your hair off and all that shit and degrade you so you could be strong. Anyways, it doesn't work on one of the privates here. One of the soldiers, the young man. It does not work. He does what he wants when he wants, and eventually the sergeant pushes this person because he picks on him so much that he pushes him. He doesn't know how. See, the sergeant doesn't understand, you know. I guess the sergeant does understand war and death and all that shit, right? So, you know, he's not afraid, so to speak, but he doesn't understand. What he should be more afraid of is human relations, you know, not the things he doesn't know. The sergeant should be afraid of, see? But he's not aware of that side. So, I don't know if I'm making sense, but so of Mr. Pyle here. So, Mr. Pyle is, you know, really just steaming and stewing here, guys. He's losing his shit, and people around notice this, and this is what this movie's cool for the first half. I like it, and they're just seeing Mr. Pyle here disintegrate, deteriorate, and eventually, one of the guys I think comes up on. Don't hold me to this shit because this movie's so shit. I don't care about it. Don't care to watch it over and over at all. Fucking watch it once because of the hype. Read it that. Anyways, um. Yeah, I read it like popping a pimple, dude. So this motherfucker comes into the bathroom and sees Mr. Vincent D'Onofrio here, Mr. Sergeant Pyle, Private Pyle, with a gun, and he's just standing there and doing some weird shit, just standing there, some kind of trance or some shit. Anyways, the fucking sergeant comes in, starts yelling at Pyle like always, like nothing's any different. 8.3, that's bullshit. And yelling at Pyle like nothing's different, like always, like I said. But Pyle this time has another. This sergeant has another thing coming, basically, this drill sergeant, because Mr. Pyle here has had enough. He takes the gun, the shotgun, the rifle, whatever you want to say, and blasts him to death, kills the drill sergeant, and yeah, I think it's a cool part where he starts saying my rifle and says the speech or whatever. It's good. That's what I like about it. It just makes this guy lose it completely. He's gone. And shoots the drill sergeant and then executes himself, commits the ultimate act of self-erasement, and erases himself from the planet by basically ending his life right there. So Private Pyle's dead, the drill sergeant's dead, and this dude's all like, "Oh shit!" And you got to go to Vietnam after this. So I guess he's ready now, right? So and they just cut to Vietnam, I guess. See here in the see the half of the movie. This is it. So the half stops there where he commits suicide, Mr. Lawrence, or whatever. Whatever. Whoever gets killed. And then the second half here is by January 1968. This is where they hit to the Vietnam, and it just loses you at Vietnam. And you got Matthew Modine here, of course, the guy that plays the Eleven's father in Stranger Things series. So didn't know that until now. That's some shit. I should know that. Anyways, so you got that, and you lose everything. Like here, Kubrick just doesn't do action. Kubrick doesn't know war. I don't know what's up with this movie. Don't know what they're trying to say. Look at that. By the time this is over, but yeah, so that's it. They just go to war and shit, and they're just like, oh, blah 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 blah, and we should learn something from this movie. But look at this fucking dude. This is what you get, guys. This is what this dude did to him. This guy right here did that to Mr. Pyle. Sent Pyle into a crashing downward spiral. Look at that. Like, yo, make some weird faces. I might know someone like that looks like that. But this guy here, man, pushed him. Lee pushed him. And Mr. Pyle made him a pile of crap, pile of bones. And this here part is where he blows himself away. And it's crazy. So anyways, that's what you get. A good movie for the first 45, 50 minutes and then cut it. Fuck this movie, Rant. I'm out.